So like everyone else, I got incredibly bored during quarantine, and I ended up, when we went on our walks, doing a type of photography I'm not particularly comfortable with or that I do that often, but I ended up really enjoying it. So if you're interested in film photography, stay tuned. When the COVID-19 happened, like everyone else, we were kind of in limbo. I'm very fortunate enough to be able to keep my job during this time, but you get a little stir crazy. So we couldn't go to parks, we couldn't go mineral hunting or anything like that. So we ended up just doing what everybody else does and going on walks around the block while being safe. So I ended up trying to do a type of photography I'm not that comfortable doing, but it is done a lot, especially here on YouTube. It's very much the Willem Verbeek rainy day style, where you take pictures of buildings using the leading lines and interesting shadows. They typically rate for the shadows. I didn't do that on this one. I just didn't want to completely copy them. I just rated a normal exposure, but this isn't a typical style I like to do or even necessarily would do. But I think during this time I was just like, it was the only thing that felt normal was clicking the camera shutter, and so I ended up taking a lot of pictures I wouldn't normally take, but I'm glad I did, and I feel like I was able to expand my horizons a little bit more. So we're gonna go over some of them. A lot of these pictures were pictures of buildings with just interesting shadows. I actually really liked the way these came out. I tried to just keep my eye open for any interesting shadow. There were some shots that didn't really come out that great, but there were a lot that did. And I actually really enjoyed some of these. I might actually get some of them framed, and it's just kind of funny because I've been very hesitant to shoot like this in the past. There's even this shot kind of interesting, which the reflection looks like it's an umbrella, and I just thought, hey, that'd be kind of interesting to shoot. And then there was this other shot that is just the shadow of a railing, and I hated taking this picture because to me, as the cars were driving by, I was like, wow, they must think I'm like some photo school kid, because like this is such like fake artsy picture. But again, I actually kind of like it, and it's fun to kind of expand your horizons and maybe do something you thought would be cringy. But I think it worked. Anytime there was kind of any interesting lighting, whether it was really soft or really harsh, I kind of just snapped it and just saw, okay, let's see how it comes out. These pictures of palm trees, which are interesting. This shot of some flowers. It was like in front of a business building, and I actually kind of like the way it came out. Most of this, by the way, was shot on my batch of Portra 160 VC that's really expired, but holds up pretty good. It does wash out the colors a little bit, but I kind of like the way that looks. So some of them I took on my AE1, actually most of them, but I ended up also taking some on my point and shoot. My point and shoot I kind of wanted to use a little bit more as just a kind of documentation of everything that was happening at this time. And so I took a lot of shots of like the playground being wrapped up. They're not particular masterpieces. I just kind of wanted to show like what was happening. And even the shot of the basketball hoop with the hoop missing, I don't even really like this shot, but I just wanted to kind of show, this is what was going on. Took pictures of boarding up buildings. But I did manage to get some pictures I really enjoyed, most of which are pictures of my girlfriend's cat, which was here for a while, and he's actually a really good model when he's tired. Another one I liked was just this picture of these trees with just the sunlight looking like it's cutting them off. I just thought it was an interesting shot. So then back to the AE1, I got some interesting shots of these lawn chairs. Here's a shot I actually really like. I don't know if it's everybody's cup of tea, but it's like this picture of this car with a flower. I also got this shot of this building here in Pasadena that I've walked by it 1,000 times. And I've never taken a picture of it, but I think just going on daily walks, you get to find something interesting that you normally wouldn't. So I took a picture of that, which I really like this one. It's just something very basic, but it was just interesting. Some more office buildings and things like that. I mean, everything else is just kind of, it is what it is. A lot of buildings, a lot of interesting shadows. It was a new kind of way for me to shoot. And I've never really shot like this before. And you know what? I'm kind of coming around on it. I kind of bagged on this style to my friends and stuff before I tried it, and then I actually ended up having fun shooting in this style. So maybe I'll incorporate it a little bit more into what I kind of do. This was my quarantine shooting. So I hope you enjoyed it. I sure did. maybe give that style a try. Maybe it is fun and maybe it is something you would like. So I don't know. Give it a shot. If not, who cares? If you didn't see my last video, my next video, I'll be addressing a little bit more of the stuff going on in the country as far as Black Lives Matter and things like that. I will leave a link in the description to an organization I donated to. If you want to support, it'll be down there. And we'll talk about maybe how us film shooters can help contribute in this whole thing. Thank you for watching. If you like it, like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.